Back-to-back champs are in the building. Sydney Kings, Chris Pongrass. Good to be back in Vegas.
Great to be back here, man, in the chaos that is Summer League.
New coach has been announced. Must be excited to hit the floor running with him.
It's great. Coach and I, obviously I flew in yesterday. Coach and I connected. We spent the day yesterday, spent the day today together, and yeah, just watched a lot of guys.
Few spots to fill, few important spots to fill ahead to try and get this three-peat. What's on the shopping list this week?
Yeah, it's been an interesting off-season. You lose a lot of your starting five, and it's essentially a rebuild, but not in the NBA sense. You've got to be competitive quick. So, you know, we're looking right now with our lineup at an import one and an import two. We've got two imports to fill, so we need a good combo guard, you know, to bring in. And for me, I think that's the exciting part is we've always had an import one, but having to do that and get an import one and an import two, I love that mix and the type of players you can suit with one another. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Talk to us a little bit about the past, because we look at who's come through, Jalen Adams, Derek Walton Jr. You haven't rushed when it comes to signing them, and it's worked out well. Is it the same going into this season with all the changes that's happened? I mean, it worked out with the head coach as well, or you have to try and speed that up a little bit?
No, I think we've waited. And for us, we've always said from the start, we spend most of our import money on an import guard. Like having a strong import point guard had been successful for us, right? Casper Ware, Jalen Adams, and then Derek Walton. And so for us, it's like we want to make sure we get that right. And then finding pieces to complement that, I guess, with our other players. So it depends which domino to fall first kind of dictates the type of player we want. But we know we want a two-way point guard, and for us, you know, that's going to be the challenge. So there's a lot of teams looking at a lot of great guys out here. So we've got a couple of names on the shopping list.
Not going to give us any of those names yet?
No, absolutely not.
Didn't expect that. Now, you talked about the changes. Now, it's important to know for Kings fans, with DJ Vasiljevic opting out, yep, that didn't come to surprise to you. You were kind of prepared for that in the off-season. That's why you've come and know what's coming next.
Yeah, we knew straight away, honestly. Like, when he signed this current deal, like his last deal, it's like he's got the itch to go play in Europe or play in the NBA. And so we had a European and NBA out in that contract, and straight after the season, even the back end, we knew he wanted to scratch that itch, right? So allowing him to do that and experience that, I think, is important for his development. And then when he's ready to come back to the NBL, whether that's in a year's time or 5 years' time or 10 years' time, he comes back to us with good feelings. And I just want the best for him, man. So it didn't catch us by surprise. We've been recruiting with the expectation that he wasn't returning. And if he was, great, then we get him back. But we came into this and slotting pieces like DJ Hogue, with Zave departing, and bringing Jonah Baldwin, Alex Tui coming in with the idea that we're probably going to go with import one too.
DJ Hogue got the start for the Raptors in the first game. Looks good. He looks comfortable on the NBA floor. He must be excited to have him as a King.
It is, knocking down his first three. So he walks out there and strokes it straight away. So, no, that was great to be able to see him. You know, getting the start, I mean, with such high-level talent around was awesome. And he's just a good, solid dude. We've been bouncing ideas off him too. Guys that he knows, guys he's played with, guys that he likes. You know, even seeing them out here, I think that's important to get his buy-in on the type of guys that are going to complement his game, because he's one of the best imports in the league. And so we thought that bringing him as a centerpiece again, while we've got local plays, local point guards, local wings and an import point guard to complement him with, I think is real important.
Can't let you go without touching on the local wing, because it's been next stars. We're talking about them all year. Alex Tui created a massive buzz, and for good reason. How thrilled are you that he's joining the Sydney program?
Oh, mate, we've been after him for a minute. He's a really talented young man. He's raw, like he's got ways to go, but I think we expect him to be a first-round pick, whether that's in 12 months' time or 24 months' time. I just want him to come in and continue to grow as a player. You know, there's areas of his game that are just elite, right? I think he sees the game really well. His just ability to create for himself. He's off the bounce. He's a really nice kid, family-oriented kid. His family lives in Canberra. It's an easy commute. Bringing him in was important. We kept trying. We thought he was off the board when he signed with, commit to Gonzaga. But for him to want to come back to us, I think it's important. And you know, honestly, he's fighting for that same way. We never promise anything. We said to everyone when they come in, we're not promising minutes, we're not promising, starting spots or whatnot. So he's fighting against Jalen Galloway, who's just as talented, who's playing out here as well. He's fighting against Angus Glover. Like, all of these guys, I love that competitive spirit who are coming in and fighting for their role and fighting for their minutes, which they've all earned. So I love young guys coming in to compete, and that's why I think we had a deep bench last year, which obviously helped us win, and guys that want to be around each other and fight to get to the next level, I think is important.
And last one here before I let you go, Jonah Baldwin, we know that made a big splash. He's coming back to play in Sydney. I think he's around doing a couple of workouts here. What have you seen and what are you most excited about to see Jonah back on the floor?
Just to see him back playing basketball. He was such a talented player, right? Like, he was on the fringe of making that Boomers squad and playing the NBA, and then for him to depart, I think I kind of left a bitter taste just in the fact that we couldn't see him grow, right? He's still so young, 27 years old. And so, like, I think the best part of his career is in his prime right now, while taking a couple of years away from the game is a step back, but phenomenal shape. To him to come in and to our program where there's such a rich history with his dad, I'm just excited to see him get out there and show what he can do, because, people forget he's an elite rim protector. I think that's kind of lost on people. He plays the type of way, like, we're going to see him playing a lot of 5 this year and some 4, but it's like, we got by with a small ball 5 in Jarrell a couple of years ago. I love fast-paced, athletic dudes that just rim run, and he can stretch the floor too. So for me, I just want to get out there and watch him hoop, man, because that's the coolest thing for someone to come back. And then again, I think he slots in really well with the way he can space the floor to let DJ get to work, to let our guards. We talk about playing 5 out. I mean, we've kind of got the ultimate squad to be able to do that. Now we just got to back that up and defend down the other end.
Appreciate your time. Can't wait to see what names pop up. We're going to catch up with the head coach later in the week. I'm squeezing a name out of someone. Someone's going to end up giving me a name.
No one's giving you a name. Otherwise, I'm going to throw you off the track. I'm just going to throw out a random name that we're definitely not touching, and then go from there.
That works. Good luck this week.
Thank you, man.